Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Assassin's Creed 3. So, we finished Assassin's Creed Revelations last time, and we are now into the next game. The final hurdle in this Desmond story arc, and the, I guess you could say, most controversial out of the lot. A lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people are alright okay with it. Me personally, I hate it, but only for one thing, and that was what I've said in all the other ones. I don't like Connor as a character, and we'll see why as we go into play. So, just so you know, I don't know how well this is going to work. I have installed it on an SSD, and this is my first time playing something on an SSD other than minor games. I managed to have just enough space to do it, so we'll see how it goes. This is also the, I think it's called the Deluxe Edition. I got it when it was on offer a while ago, before even Assassin's Creed Syndicate came out. So hopefully it should have everything. I've used all the codes I had, so it should have everything in the game. And we'll go through them if it's going to be a fun experience. But without further ado, let's go. I did originally have a save here, but I deleted it because that was at 95% and I'd rather just start from the beginning. So, we are not Desmond, no, we are Majorshepard. Confirm.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up. Or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found.
Is that?
All of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group. The same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars. As the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do.
You get away that blade from me.
I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus.
There's Ezio.
A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching. Bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be.
Do you remember that, guys? The whole apocalypse thing on the 12th, 2012?
Guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way.
Or maybe it did.
These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
And there's the first problem that I have with this game. We'll find out. I'll explain when we get past the cutscenes. I'm surprised you're able to move around that well after you've been in a coma. Then again, it wasn't really a long coma, it was like a couple weeks maybe. If not just a few days.
Let's go.
Okay, so, first problem. Desmond looks like ass. He looks like complete and utter ass. He doesn't look like anything like he did in the previous games. He looks like a completely different character, like someone else suddenly decided to change to be him. I don't like it. He looks terrible. He was fine in the previous games, yet for some reason they decided to give him these really big fucking lips and a nose which weren't even there before. I mean, he had a nose before, he just didn't have that kind of nose. He looks like he has a permanent pout on his face. Can you believe they're actually doing a remaster of this when it isn't really fucking needed, seeing as this game didn't come out that long ago compared to the other games? I think it's atrocious. They should have done the other games that are older. Everything blows now.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
How are they going to get the boxes underneath that? Hey, don't push me. Oh, you're just going to cut so I don't move, okay.
I think we're here.
Is the door behind us going to close? I'm surprised everyone was just fine following Desmond, even though he kind of killed Lucy. Spoilers! Although, if you've been back, you would have seen that. And also, his arm's not glowing anymore. I don't know if that's still a thing, because at the end of Revelations, he had a glowing arm. So... Whee! A cube! Barrier there though, for some reason. It's the triangle things from before, which mean pyramids.
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
They just passed out.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
You know what?
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay.
They like doing that. He fell into a coma, put him in the Animus. He sneezed, put him in the Animus.
Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though.
I'll just have a little walk around in the
Guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Oh. The loading screen should be very
Desmond,
quick.
While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
Okay.
Alright. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Alright, a green icon designates a destination or interaction. Okay. So I think it's at this point they started to introduce actual motion capturing for the movement. So climbing should be a lot better, but if not, then... well, we're screwed till the next game.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
So I also believe they got rid of high, medium and low profile. They only have low profile and high profile now, so I don't need to press and hold A in order to run. I just press right trigger and I'm running. That's all I got to do now, which is good. That's a good thing they did. It's a nice change compared to last time we had to press multiple buttons to do different things. So, also you don't need to do the long jump anymore. It automatically does it. So they fixed that too. Like I said, the original games were clunky in their climbing mechanics, and it's only until 3 and afterwards that they actually started to work on it to make it a bit make it better.
This little obstacle course.
And then I hear that they take it out for the next game, which, I mean, not next game as in Assassin's Creed 4, I mean as in the newer games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins. I haven't played those, I'm just going by hearsay, but from what I've heard, they took it out just for combat and RPG elements. But this is this game, let's just focus on this right now.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
3. Why are they wearing Civil War era, not Civil War, Independence era
All you have to do here
stuff
is
already?
jump the gap.
You'd think they'd just be white void people, but nope, actual people from hold and jump. So if I want to jump in a specific way, I can do that. If it won't do it normally like this. It's like here, I'm pressing it, but it's not doing anything. But if I press jump, it does it. So...
Synchronization levels look good now.
Oh, I'm
You should
suddenly
be able
someone
to
else.
build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
View progress. Okay, assassinate target. Oh, that's it. Are we like in Animus 3.0 now? Because things are really slowly building themselves compared to the previous one, which just instantly built things.
Sir. Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Alright then. A deadly performance.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
New email received. Thanks. Can I read that while I'm in here? The first socialization has led Desmond Miles and his allies here in order to prevent the massive solar flare that threatens all life on the planet. Now they just need to figure out how to do it. Desmond's ancestral memories appear to hold the answers. Animus, DNA, Animus training, options, reload, quit, Animus database. Oh, you just start me off with these. Shortly thereafter, he died to save committed suicide in front of 11-year-old. Wait. Only shortly thereafter, the assassin he died to save committed suicide. That what? In front of the... Sure. Elmore Liam. Best fighters in Assassin's history. Taking the major players. One of the things that made Altair such a deadly assassin was something now called the Eagle Vision. Yep. Then we've got Ezio, the best character out of the entire series. Something of a playboy in his teenage years, 1476. Convincing him to help the Templar fight, 1487. Sistine Chapel. For the next 20 or so years, worked at strengthening the Italian Assassin Brotherhood fight the Templars. We'd be discovering the hidden library belonging to Altair hidden under the former assassin. He was terrific at jumping too. Ezio died in Florence in 1524, which you can watch in the expanded short film for him, which is really good. I would recommend it. I would recommend watching, I can't remember what it's called, but it's, just look up, like, Assassin's Creed Ezio's Final Years or something, or Old Age Ezio film, or something to that effect, and you'll probably find it. It's really good, to be honest. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it fills out his character, and you see that he kind of had a nice life, sort of. I don't know why Sean Hastings is here. Hey, Sean. Be nice. Yeah, nice try. Oh, he's not telling us his birthday. Recruited as a teenager after his investigations into Exterdo Industries made him a task for the Templars. Has a gift for organization. Widely talent. Most intelligent person in the order. I was beginning to wonder if I was wasting my time because you know how much I love wasting my time. Now make me some tea, would you? I'm good. Theatre Royal. The Covenant Garden. The Theatre Royal building opened in 1732, destroyed by fire in 1808. Then destroyed by fire again in 1857, and then almost completely renovated in the 1990s. They installed a smoke detector this time. Yeah, that place kept burning down. Probably the asbestos. Okay, I guess I'll have to read it when I leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Got it.
I know she didn't mean it.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Got it. Excuse me.
My apologies.
Resident within France.
Well, the thing's not even started yet. I don't know why you're so impatient for me to move by.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Press the left trigger.
Because he's so great, thinks he's trade as honest
There he is.
as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
Like me too, he acts in a double capacity. Both
I already have.
vote and for. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by 'em.
Sir, Black Mall at St. Word of Trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will order matters so as...
1,000 pardons. My apologies.
What happened? We may satisfy that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Gay, sir, is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not mend his hand. This is death without reprieve.
Don't mind me.
I may mention a booking. For Tom Gag, £40.
So this is still in London, so I might recognise a few things.
By staying in.
You're making out in the middle of this play? Seriously?
2-hour lock to year than any 5 of the game. And in truth, it's a
surely you
pity
could
to
find
lose
something
so
else
good a
to
customer.
do that in.
If
Better
none of the
than
gang
this.
take her off, she may, in the common course of business, leave her 12 months longer.
How do the people in the
I
back
love
even
to
see the
let
play?
women
Because they're
stay.
blocked off by viewing on the side.
Always lets the end of partridges fly, because the breed of the game depends on it.
And wouldn't people see me doing this, like on the opposite side? They can just see this guy just climbing on everything. Oh boy, lock picking. Now, if I remember correctly, this is supposed to be very annoying. Yeah, because you have to move multiple things at the same time. You know, and you can't really press right trigger at the same time you're holding sticks because it makes you move your hands. So then if you move it into the wrong position, it fucks up. I will say this is probably the best thing I've seen in Assassination, probably the best level I've seen in Assassination take place. Because they have interactive things and it's quite cool. But this is the only time it ever happens like this, so... Thanks, and the Pope John Smith. Opera was both popular and controversial. Popular party because it was an excellent showering of Italian opera, which was very popular at the time. However, instead of complicated Italian songs, the Berger's opera featured folk tunes that the audience could recognize, meaning you could hum along even if you didn't know Italian. It was controversial because of the subject matter. It's set in the Newgate prison and the main characters are all criminals who act much like the upperclassmen. It was a send-up of the British nobility, including veiled criticisms of the head government, neither of whom traditionally had a sense of humour. I've never met a queen who liked a knock-knock joke. Actually, I've never met a queen. The Beggar's Opera was accused of being a base form of entertainment, and because its main characters were criminals, accused of having increasing crime. Of causing increasing crime. It's nice to see that criticism isn't just for movies and video games. Bloody opera corrupting our kids.
Jeremy's really burning up the box tonight. He's a marvel.
I have no pounds.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Random boy. Hello, random boy. Who was it that I just killed? We'll find out. Hopefully.
Inside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one!
That man there! Seize him!
Oh, my!
I've done no wrong. I swear it.
I beg your pardon. No pushing, please.
Push people out of the way.
Please.
Let us through! Peace, friends. There is no danger. Order! We must have order!
What happened here?
Well, I didn't know it was that advanced.
It happened right in that balcony.
What are those men doing in there?
Excuse me? Don't mind me, I haven't killed anyone. I mean, what?
Move! Order! We must have order!
Imbecile!
I think that's a painting of Louis IV.
Where are you going?
They like beating up their customers, don't they? mean, yeah, everyone's kind of a suspect, but the fact that they're just grabbing and throwing people against the wall.
Well. If you find anyone, give a shout.
Don't forget my hat. Counter-hacking. Pivot error APA has been detected in Boston. What?
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
We now have a weird necklace.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Now we're on a ship. Or somewhere.
Fascinating.
And we're someone
Gentlemen,
else.
I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that to be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
I didn't get a chance to read all of them.
Then I'd best be on my way.
Yes, get going.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn.
Boston?
Go forth, Hatham.
I'm assuming American
honor
Boston,
to us all.
because there's a Boston in the UK too. Pivotator has been detected in Boston. Yay, 100%. Full synchronization. I don't know if I like compared to the previous game where it was like this cool like spinal column things. Now they're just dots everywhere. Atlantic Ocean data.
All on the board and Kitty is my darling. All on the board and all on the board and Kitty lives in Liverpool. All on the board and
Some fresh air might do me good.
on the board and the old man is a growling. All on the board and
Go to the upper deck. We shall do that. Next time, we shall stop here for now. In the next episode, we shall be going to the top of the ship for some fresh air after killing some old guy at a theatre who probably was a Templar. But until then, this has been Majorshepard. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and notification bell and all that jazz so you can keep up to date for when I do the rest of this series. I'm semi-looking forward and semi-not looking forward to playing this, but we'll get into that when we go further in. We already went through some. So, yeah. Until next time, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you then.